Yes, sir. Okay, as the drivers in the back finally make their way up to the grid, Fast, the current race host at the moment, reminding the drivers that there will be collision for this race. So drivers need to be very, very careful when we do turn it on. Drivers, watch the light. We have 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they are out. They're not out. Now they're out. Staying on a little bit longer than I expected. Nobody jumps the start there. So good job to those drivers for paying slightly more attention than I was. TDM fan riding all over the curbs, backfiring as he goes down the straight. We've got Sonic and Patty Kuro, in P2 along with him. PDK PDX looking like he is passing one of the Ferraris there, moving up into third place, is really close between himself and Sonic back there in a P4. Going through the little kink there, South Africa not being one of our best tracks, to be honest. Fast is saying he just noticed that the F2 cars do not have steering wheels. You're right, they don't have steering wheels. They're controlled by wizardry. Not sure what's going on with this camera, but hey, we make it eventually. Kind of strange. You may have to go for the onboard shot. Copper Grand Prix. Copper GP car. Okay. This is a very awkward shot. Not too sure what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and go on board with our leaders. Yeah, as they make their way down into turn 1. Patty Kuro taking the lead here. TDM fan going side by side with Patty Kuro. These guys running head to tail right now. The Ferrari driver pulling out a little bit of a lead. We've got Captain Bo setting a fastest lap on lap 2 here. These drivers are extremely close to each other. They're going to want to make sure they get ahead as soon as possible because if you get hit with the collision, you lose so much time compared to the drivers around you. TDM fan here, going a little bit wide, managing to get the cut back, and we've got Captain Bo flipping over the curves, losing a handful of positions. That's going to be detrimental to his race there, as he gets overtaken by even Anthelol there, which puts him down into 10th place right now. And if he stays there, he's going to be in big trouble because he's not going to be able to get back up very easily. Now, this is where we lose the car, so let's just go on board with Captain Bo here. Okay, let's take a look at our leaders here. We've got Patty Kuro and TDM fan going through the final sector, only 0.2 seconds apart from each other. Very impressive as we have these collisions turning on, so this is going to be very interesting. Patty Kuro currently behind TDM fan. As fast as sets the wrong thing there, you can reset that as he does. 10,000 laps of Ion. TDM fan being your definitive leader here, with the two Ferraris close to each other. Let's make sure that they don't collide with each other. Let's go ahead and look back at the PDX here. Let's go back with Ridley. Right, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Maybe if it was more pink, it'd be easier to see. Let's go on board with them. Moving up to PDX, we're going to see if any of these guys collide. They're coming up against some back markers here. Let's go on board with TM fan. TDM fan and Patrick Kuro still battling here. One of them is going to come out on top, and it looks like it's going to be TDM fan. I'm not sure if these guys are able to get past each other without colliding, but TDM fan has a back marker, the back marker of Ominous, in front of him, aka G-Man, if you guys remember G-Man. Let's see if he can get past without any major incidents here. Doesn't really look like he can. As we've got a driver spinning off there in the background, let's go ahead and get him off of the track. Let's see if it's clear or not. Oh, as we see TM fan get spun off into the gravel here, giving Sonic the lead. If Sonic can maintain this, then that's going to be a huge advantage for him. I'm sorry, if Patty Kuro can maintain this, that'll be a huge advantage for him driving the ERT car here. With Ominous still ahead of him, let's see if Patty Kuro plays his cars calmly and doesn't try to do anything too hasty now. Patty Kuro just has to maintain this gap right here to Ominous, and then he should be good because these drivers will have to overtake on track. There are no blue flags in F2. We don't do that. But Ominous really gifting the win there to Patty Kuro. If Patty Kuro can maintain this gap that he's got here to TDM fan without hitting the back of Ominous, he knows that he just needs to stay where he is and not go for any opportunistic moves like TDM fan, and he should be good and golden for the win in the sprint race. I'm not sure if he lagged out and hit him, but we have another car stopped on track. Forget who that is. Okay, it's the Porsche of nobody at all, if nobody was a person. TDM fan falling back a further 7 seconds. So the gap was 4 seconds, it's now 7. So he's at 3.5 seconds, and Patty Kuro actually does manage to get past Ominous. As we see TDM fan coming across the line now, 8 seconds. So Patty Kuro just extending his gap, sending one of the Force Indias flying into the wall. That's this guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He's not important. So he's got 2 more cars ahead of him before he's clear. I wanted to say the Haas, but that's definitely not a Haas. Now he's just got 1 more car to clear ahead of him, and let's go on board and see who that is. It's nobody. It's nobody at all. So he's got a clear run. So I counted too many cars. We'll see how well these guys do. Meanwhile, we've got Ridley running way too many seconds behind. And currently, Patty Kuro's got a 9-second gap to the driver behind. All right, Ominous wondering why he's so slow. Kai Kira saying it's because he didn't pit. Sangstam saying, I wonder how many Robux they're gonna get for taking out the leader. B guys goes onto the track, actually racing, surprisingly. That's a moment. Okay, so B guys with the fresher tires on the last lap. Honestly, quite an odd time to pit. Now he's got Patty Kuro behind him to deal with, and Patty Kuro's got B guys ahead of him to deal with. Hopefully, Patty Kuro takes the sensible move for ERT and doesn't try anything too hasty and just hangs back because he's got nothing ahead of him to gain and nothing behind him to lose. Right now, he's running clear and comfortable of any drivers behind him, so taking the easy route is definitely what you want to do. Meanwhile, oh, hitting the curve there, almost flying into the gravel, managing to recover. Just FYI for anybody watching, thinking, oh my goodness, that looks awful. It's not as bad on board as it looks off board. It just looks a little bit more dramatic when you see it. Like their cars aren't rocking around like that. I guarantee you, all 4 wheels are planted on the ground when you see something like that. Paddy Kuro coming around the second to last corners, the little S's before the straight, and Paddy Kuro comes around to win. All right, that makes two Ferrari 1.3s in a row. And yeah, I know it's ERT. Anyway, pretty good race. Our drivers start their formation lap. Not everybody gets away as smoothly as they'd like, but we are away eventually. We have 5 lights and we are out just in the nick of time. We have a few drivers here doing their thing. Yes, sir. So, leading us away is actually Lou. in the car that doesn't reflect its color tag on the marker at all. Okay, sure. Right. Shout out to Mr. Seniak who was here a little bit earlier. Sorry, we are now back paying attention. We were just DMing somebody here. Right. Let's go off board. All right. So we've got TDM fan taking the lead, racing for Copper GE, an interesting team with an interesting story. Uh, Currently going side by side with PDX. Jeez. Oh my, that's a huge accident. Um, who was that? Was that Ominous? I believe so. That was huge. Surprised he didn't lose more positions. He's currently running behind Sonic, so he's in sixth position. All right, as PDX comes around into the DRS zone, no DRS for the F3 cars. PDX, your current leader on the leaderboard. Patty Kuro running not too far behind them. The top three running within, I promise you, a couple of tenths of each other. Let's bet, I'm gonna say 3/10. A second? That's not right. Um, um, second and third are running within 3/10 of each other, so hey, give me some credit, right? Meanwhile, Patty Kuro, your leader by apparently a second, being overtaken by a TDM fan on a lap 3 of 16. It's gonna be a very, very exciting race. Ooh, exciting. We've got another, I think the same car into the wall in the background there. Someone should definitely change to it and take a look. Meanwhile, let's go on board with one of the top three drivers here. Let's go on board with Sonic, actually, considering he's furthest back. Yes. So, your top three currently Patty Kuro, your previous race winner, PDX, not sure where he finished last race, and TDM fan, who finished in second position behind Patty Kuro. Meanwhile, we've got Sonic in fourth, who actually finished third on the podium. He's running a little bit back. He's lacking in a pace. Seems like he's catchy. He's remaining with the leaders, actually. Let's take a look at that gap. It's 2.3 seconds. And see if that increases or decreases as the lap goes on. surprised we're actually paying attention. Maybe because I just want to do this and like go because I have things to do. But hey, look, we're here. And hey, season 3, we have some exciting stuff coming up. In fact, let's talk about that. Let's talk about season 3 to the one person who's listening. I actually don't know. I haven't checked, but hey, maybe it's more than one. So for season 3, we have some very interesting things coming up. I think the thing that people are most excited for are, drum roll please, the tracks. But we have some other improvements in areas. Restructuring our management system is one of our primary goals here. And honestly, it's looking very good. I know you guys don't see a lot of it. You just bitch and hashtag feedback, which is, slightly annoying, but hey, it shows that you guys are passionate. You really enjoy Ion, and we really enjoy you enjoying Ion, which is great. You're helping us help you, help us help you. Um, but yeah, we've been making a lot of changes, and behind the scenes, since our ex senior director is now gone, we have made so many more things efficient behind the scenes. And honestly, I think I'm a lot happier with the way that things are run now compared to the way they were run before. Um, it's going to be a little bit shaky because we have to run races while restructuring or while developing for season 3. So, you know, season 2 may look a little bit unpolished in areas. And I don't really like that, which is why we're making changes in season 3 to make sure that that doesn't happen. But generally speaking, I'm pretty excited for season 3. I said we'd take probably like a 2-week break for season 3, but I'm thinking more of a 3-week break for season 3. Gives me time to develop Auto Club, the Iron Racing game, and also to develop season 3 itself. Gives me and Lucas some time because we're the main ones doing more of the development side. Fast is helping us with the organization side. The moderators are going to continue to do their very simple but very, very useful job with B guys and Elo. Thank you very much. Also, part-time race directors when they do have admin. LOL. Otherwise, everything regarding uh, the current pandemic is actually affecting us, which is kind of odd. I'm not sure if you guys saw today, but that Adopt Me game, the fail to abort a fetus game, actually managed to get 1.3 million players or something, and they just tanked all of the game servers. Roblox was like, yeah, we can't handle that much. So that was interesting. We were looking at postponing F1 and F2 today. But hey, look, we made it. We made it through F1, no crashes, and here we are in F2. What are we gonna call this? 30% through the race. Let's call it like 40% through the entire event, because we've got this, and then we've got those people walking in place is quite concerning, and we've got this, and then we've got the podium next, and then that's it. And then we have Ion GT3 practice. So yeah, a lot of interesting things to make note of. We actually have the South African Grand Prix, which is this track, up next for F2, but I'm sorry for GT3. But I don't think I want to run that track, to be honest with you. Not with the GT3s. I just think it's a horrible track. Let's be honest. Like, the straights aren't straight. Like, why does this track exist? This corner makes me mad. It's so bad. Like, only the good drivers can take it well, and then like the decent drivers struggle with it because it's not a corner. It's just not a corner. It's like a kink that you can take flat out, but if you're in someone else's dirty area, you're gonna run wide. Like, it's bad. This track is bad and it's bumpy. Like, just take a look at these cars, right? They're running down a straight right now, and then just watch the cars. Watch the cars. Smooth as ice. Well, all right. There's some inconsistencies. Anyway, whatever. F1, it's horrible. GT3, you know what? We'll see how it does for GT3. We're not gonna cancel it. I don't want to show off any of the season 2 tracks or any of the other season 2 tracks before we're really ready. But yeah, speaking of season 2, season 3. Oh my God, it's development for season 3. I think we have development for season 3. Okay, we have development for season 3, and I think it's going to be an interesting dynamic seeing how people use their points. We talked about this a whiles back in one of our press conferences before the break, but let's talk about it again. The development, essentially, how it's going to work is you get a point for every car that finishes a race, and we do it like that instead of like finishing position, because if you're Ferrari, then you're just gonna finish first and then have a better car, and then continue to finish first because you have a better car. With this new system, essentially what's gonna happen is you get points for showing up, and then you can decide on how you want to spend those points. So if you want to spend them on power, go for it. If you want to spend them on aero and downforce, go for it. And if you want to spend them on, I forgot what the last category was, then do it. Um, we do have them written down. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Your friend SS2 Goku TB 1015 has joined the game. Welcome to the game, SS2 Goku TB 1015. Cultivator of a fan club. Sorry, not even a fan club, a religion based on me. Quite an interesting conundrum, if you do ask me. Patty Curl pits, and so does TDM. Follows him straight into the pits, with actually nobody really behind both hitting and box, because they're both allowed to do that. And let's see where PDX comes out. PDX doing the undercut, and Sonic as well doing the undercut. So they actually have the fresher tires. Looks like TDM fan didn't get out too well. In fact, TDM is still in the box. Okay, well, I'm not sure what happened to TDM fan, but yeah, he lost quite a significant amount of time there. By staying in the box. Nothing was said in the chat, I don't believe. Yeah, anyway, back to season 3. We have a few developments going on. I think like the difference between season 1 and season 2, height was a huge jump between the two. I think it's going to be an even bigger jump between the season 2 and season 3. So how we gained like I want to say 400% in members. In fact, we're only a couple members away from hitting 1,000. Let's take a look at that actually. Last time I checked, we had 995 members. Right now we have 1,004. Okay, well, good job, everybody. 1,004 members. Ooh, celebrating it on stream. You can hear the absolute excitement in my voice. I am ecstatic. This is absolutely outstanding. Crazy. Redonkulous. Alright, anyway. Let's see here. Let's announce this. Okay, and we are now back. TDM fan currently setting the fastest lap. Paddy Kuro is your leader. Just making an announcement there to celebrate the fact that we hit 1,000 members. All right, with 3 laps remaining here, the battle between a second place couldn't be closer. And let's go on board with these guys. I have the best idea. I've been saving this for a while, but oh my god, it's gonna be so cool when we do it. So, the relevance to this battle here is this battle is indeed actually for the podium here. So one of these drivers isn't going to make it onto the podium. It's going to be a last lap push to see who manages to get there. Also, if it's close, we're going to go down to cuts because I'm sure some of these guys have extreme amounts of cuts. Okay, so Sonic and PDX are clear, but we're going to definitely be looking at this last lap to make sure that nobody does anything illegal. Also, we're going to make sure not to distract these guys with any announcements yet. So, yeah, we're just going to clear that end at the top. Currently, your leader is PDX right now, and it happens to be Sonic, who is now your leader, taking over the battle there. Could have swore we had, yeah, there we go, TDM fan. Yeah, so but these guys battling for the lead. But it looks like TDM fan is going to be the driver who falls off. He's got one more lap. He's got one more lap of just max, just full out pushing before anything really relevant happens here. This is going to be very interesting. I'm very, very, very intrigued. I'm at the edge of my seat to see who gets this last podium spot. It looks like it's going to be Sonic. It looks like it's going to be PDX. Will TDM fan be able to pull something out of the bag here to secure that third position on the podium, or even second? This is going to be very interesting. Well, let's see. Paddy Kuro here, just entering the second sector right now. So when he finishes, that's going to be the end of the race for these guys. Yep, coming into the second sector now is Paddy Kuro. Meanwhile, these guys still have a ways to go. We're going to go on board with TDM fan here. Take a look at this. All right, meanwhile, we look at this battle. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And it's... Oh, PDX who just beats him to the line. Oh. Just... Oh, and that was another close finish between these two. Lucy and Cap Bo there. And Erie comes out to finish the top 10. It's Okay, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. 1,000 members have been here in South Africa. That's a great friend. That's where it happened.